Hi, my name is Ifani, and in this lesson we cover how to start a profitable export business in Nigeria. What we cover in this lesson include who is an exporter, classification of exporters, different kinds of export in Nigeria, advantages of export business, and export challenges, basic requirement for starting export business. And henceforth you can visit Feco Food if you want a very good training on how to start a sport business. You can go visit their web address fecofoods.com.ng, where they detail everything you need to know about exporting. We'll still come back to this to review it. I plead you to subscribe to our YouTube channel as we keep on updating. We'll be updating this our new YouTube channel on exports, and also like us on Facebook. All right. So we all know that export is the shipment of goods from within the Nigeria territory to a place outside Nigeria. It's just like you sell goods, Nigeria made goods outside the country. Is as simple as that. Getting a foreign buyer or a foreign market for Nigeria made goods. All right. So and you can freely export anything that is not subjected to an export prohibition or restrictions. So when exporting, you need to consider the products that you want to export. They should not be among of those products prohibited to be exported. And also you have to also check the country that you're exporting it to make sure that they do accept it also. All right. And if you are considering exporting Nigeria, then I recommend that you take this training offered by a reputable company that is into export business. Let me go to their address. So if you go to Feco Food, you will see their how to start export business in Nigeria, where they actually cover the how to export business in Nigeria, food processing and packaging, and digital marketing skills for exporters. And here they have been able to detail how that this class is a combo class, and it's 85% practical based one-on-one approach and comprehensive. You can come back here, and the one interesting thing here is that you're going to complete 10 real projects. During this training, you complete 10 real projects in this training. And if you can go down, you will see the outline of the courses where they have export business training that worth 100k. This is the same thing, and there is about 350,000 if you want to really go into these trainings. And they have outlined everything that they have here. And one good thing about them is that they actually combine these things together and offer it. That if you are attending the training, you're going to be learning how to start export business, how to start food processing and packaging, and digital marketing for exporters. You will need digital marketing if you're really serious to get buyers for your product. Okay. I don't most of the time I will getting buyer list and all these things, they don't really work. So it's your online presence that stands for you. Even when you don't have a shop or a location, you can just start with your house and create a very good online presence. So they are actually offer so many things here, of which you can come back, just visit Feco Food and come to the training and see what there is a huge list of things you're going to be learning in the program. All right. And they actually offer both week and day and the weekend trainings. So you can come back here and take an advantage of this class if you really want to go into export business. It's necessary. Sometimes you attend training not just because of what they have, because what they are going to read or write, but because of the experience, the practical experience that the lights that the trainer should be a reputable exporter we detail to you during the trainings. All right. Let's continue with our discussion. Okay, so we've covered here, and according to a recent record, about 45 million African Americans live in United States of America, with about 15% of the population of the biggest economy. And the most interesting part about this is that their purchasing power is $1 trillion. Okay, then this present market opportunities for African products such as African foodstuff, like normal thing we see we eat in Nigeria, we eat in our market here, Okay, like egusi, gari, palm oil, melon seed, cocoyam, African accessories, clothing, crafts, arts, so many things that of African products, So these are the you shouldn't just focus on food. You can still do other things, especially like my company. I just anything I help my clients to source for whatever thing that is going to sell in their African stores over there. All right. And if you add up the size of Africans in Canada, Europe, to the number of those in US, then you see a potential export business waiting for you to be tapped. All right. So definitely, it's export business has a future promises. You know, especially if you are into food, you keep eating food. All right. So it has a very good potential future that if you really understand, you start practicing and try to acclimatize with whatever process that is working for you and strategies that works for your company and works with you and your clients, it's really worth doing. And people will tell me, Mr. Ifani, why do you keep teaching people about export or running through free training and all this stuff? I do tell them that in export, you can't cover all the markets. If you have 10 consistent customers, these 10 people that buy from you, my dear, you're okay. You can't cover the whole market. All right. So that's why I do tell people, come and join us into this. It's very beneficial. It doesn't really need much. So as we go detail into this training, you understand to know the areas you can fall into in export business, the area that you think you will be best for you, and even if you are working, we're going to tell everything here, though, so you can easily go to any of them that you think will be of better option for you. All right. So, and Caribbean regions also present a veritable market for African products too. So it's all increasing the number of people that will be that craves for Nigeria and African products. Okay. And this write up, of course, if you visit the address here, you can read more about it. You can thefacofood.com.ng, go to their blogging, you see it here. So who is an exporter? We'll start by understanding who is an exporter. Export in Nigeria involves taking out for sale to other countries anything that is manufactured or sourced within Nigeria. So it's like you want to sell a product. The foreign market is where you want to sell it to. So you source it from Nigeria, you export it, you let it cross the country to meet whatever country you want to sell it to. All right. So it can either be manufactured products, source like solid minerals and every other things. So if you can get a market for any products of interest in Nigeria, definitely you can export it to them. As of earlier this week, I had a client from Morocco who wanted to buy palm oil. It was a very huge order, and I just told them, it's too much and I can't handle it for now. You understand? So if you have a very big organization and you know how to get all these clients, because what they actually want, maybe I will show it in one of these, show some of the proposals and some of the quotation I've given out, and some of the requests from my international clients. Some of them you can't even meet it. You understand? So it's all about sourcing a product from Nigeria and export to other countries where they are needed. And an exporter is a person who makes profit. Because the essence of the whole thing is making profit by selling Nigeria made product goods or services in foreign market. So the making profit is the major thing here. So you sell Nigeria made goods or services in a foreign country or foreign market, and the intention is all about making profit. All right. So, and the federal government through several incentive programs today encourages export of Nigeria made goods and services, and you can just start a little and grow. The export business is the future business, as well said by Nigeria Export Promotion Council. If you visit their website, you just see where they wrote export business is the future business. That is a very good tag there. All right. As a potential increasing income generating business, it is an income generating business. Corporate entities as well as individuals have abundant opportunities to participate, okay, into this a huge market of export. Anybody can go into export. That's why I said if you just be patient enough, you're going to detail all the classifications, and you now discover, okay, this is the way I'm going to, I can stay for a while. Maybe I can, I can migrate to other classification kinds of exports or something like that. All right, let's continue. So you can always visit fecofoods.com.ng/training to know more about their training, their less training. So let's go to classifications of exporter, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also like us on Facebook. Okay, so number one, we have exporters can be classified into the following categories. Export manufacturers. So who are the export manufacturers? So export manufacturers, these are manufacturing companies who also export their product for foreign markets. Companies that manufactures, they produce, they make products, okay, maybe with their brand or with their company logo, everything, and they are now looking for international market for their products. They are looking for international currency. They need to look for international market, and in such places, such companies will bring in some people like export agent and others. If you go through some of our videos, we have our previous videos where we treated how to become an export agent. You understand how you can easily work with manufacturing companies who are looking for export market for their product. Okay, so export manufacturers, those that produce products and want to export it to foreign markets. And we have export traders. This is an exporter who buys goods and trade in foreign market. So this guy, this particular exporter, he or she will buy goods and trade in a foreign market. And these categories that most of us fall in, it involves selling Nigeria goods that present foreign markets. You understand? So if you buy products, you source products, individually. All right, it's all about you get a client or get a customer or get a foreign buyer. Then you negotiate. After negotiation of price and quality, then you can go and source for the products and ship to them, or they will come here to get it. Understand? So that is the export trader. And we have service exporters. So this is a business entity or an individual that produce services for agencies doing export in Nigeria. Like these are those that participate or join those already big the companies or businesses into export, like freight forwarding, custom broker, logistic handling, warehousing, and other things. They just come in with the services, the rental services that will promote and enhance exports. So those are the service exporters. And okay, and now different kinds of export in Nigeria. Like we also have brokers here. Also, we also have brokers here. Theirs is they just represent as an agent, a kind of service exporters too. We also go deeper to find to understand some of all these things. All right, a broker is just a person that stands within the buyer and the seller. How to get the goods to the seller. Get it from the seller and send it to the buyer. How everything can be cleared. That's just their work here. Their work in export business. And more than that, anyway. Now, different kinds of export in Nigeria. So in Nigeria, we have what we full-time exporters. Full-time exporters. This involve those that are that are 24 hours available, such as those that just resigned or lost their job, retired, or business organizations that want to go fully into export. That means you're putting your 24 hours into export business. So now you become a full-time exporter. So they only engage freight forwarders, that is service providers, service exporters with a minimal duties like port loading operations and some other little things, because they are into this fully. They're into export fully. They commit their time, every day of their time into export business. So they know everything, the in and out of all. So they'll just bring in some agents or for some little things to work with them. And we also have part-time exporters. These are for individuals that would like to start a business while still in a paid employment and have some time to spare. Okay, you have some, you are working and you have some time to spare. So in this area, you can actually work with you can actually get involved with someone that is already into the export business. Can bring an agent. Maybe you focus, like you are in the office, you use your mobile phone or your computer on your network to get a client. If you have spare time, go and source the product. Now get an agent, work on it together, send it to the client, still go back to your work. Okay, so but in this place, the return is always 25 to 35%, okay, of return on investment, and they depend on the freight forwarders. Like this one, they also depend on freight forwarders and the consulting firms. It's not like when you are full into it, when you know the in and out, you have the time to spend for this business. But these guys, you need to depend on freight forwarders and the consulting firms to carry out the operations. All right, so. And the next one is consult exporters. This is an individual who is into export in Nigeria while still in paid employment but do not have enough time. So in this case, you don't have enough time. You don't have time. You are into a paid job. You still want to retain your job, and you want to go into export as an extra income. So this kind of exporter, what you have to do is just to get a sourcing agent, local sourcing agent, local buying agent. You need to get a good freight forwarding, a consulting firms, or work with those that are already into export, and they negotiate on per the percentage or commissions that you have to receive. Because this one, you don't have any time, you don't have it, you want to commit to your work, but maybe you want to be part of the business, so you want to bring in one or either the financial part of it, or you want to do online or something like that. It's based on agreement. But in this place, you're going to be needing both freight forwarding agents and consulting firms, the sourcing agent, everybody. You need to you have to employ people to work for you. You need to employ people to work for you. So that's just it, because you don't have time for this business. And the export brokers, so they provide exporters or importers with assistance in transporting their product from point A to point B. So that is their own work here. So the how the products will move, how it's going to the route is going to take, how long it's going to take, the best shipping medium to use, is it through air or through sea, the cheapest rates, all those kind of things. They will be the one to factor all these things out. Okay, and most of the time they will also do the paperwork, do all the necessary analysis, whatever thing is going to take for them, for the product to be cleared and for the goods to be shipped from the country. You get it? So those are the work of export brokers. So we have a full-time exporters, we have part-time exporters, consult exporters, and export brokers. Okay, and you can know that from here now, export broker, if you are working, you can easily see, it's easier for you to go to you can easily go to consult exporters. If you are part-time, if you have little time, go into part-time, and you have half of the time going to full-time export. And if you really want to go into clearing and forwarding, you go into export broking. Okay, brokerage. And you can always visit vehicle for an advantage of export business in Nigeria. So it must maximize profit by exploit opportunities in foreign market that doesn't exist in the domestic market. Now you have gotten some interest, you have gotten some buyers in your product has been going into the domestic market, and at least you have some people that get your goods. Now you want to go into foreign market. You are expanding your business. You are expanding your profit. You're maximizing your profit, because by the time you start receiving foreign currency, and other things, it's going to increase potentially your profit and the expansion, and it's going to also extend your production too. And the increased sales and profit, like we said earlier, if you used to sell like a container load of your products within a month, if you get a good foreign market for your products, you might definitely start exporting like two to your foreign market, while you still sell sell a full container load, making it possible for you to sell like 3 container loads in a month, which the increase in sales also attribute to profit. And enhance domestic competitiveness. Yes, okay. So when export business also help you to enhance your competitiveness, it helps you to compete. It makes your competing very easier, very easy, and you don't need to spend so much, because most of you know that you have both foreign markets and the domestic market for your products. And again, global market shares, of course. It's if you're manufacturing companies, or you a product sourcing agent, that or you are export traders, get products that are needed by like that are needed, both those in maybe the Africans in the US or London, wherever they are. Get it to them, and they'll definitely will share the you will share the you will join in sharing the global market. All right. And diversification. Yes, when you start producing, you will diversify, because sometimes it might not be the way your shipping to US will be the way you have to ship to UK. There will be so many modifications that you need to do. Especially when you're producing, or you're into food processing and packaging. So there will be some ways you need to make this to make the product to fit into whatever market you're taking it to, and lower per unit cost, because by the time you start producing enough, you produce lot of you have a lot of production to, it's going to lower the cost price, because there is a high demand. There is high demand of your product. So as you produce a large production, we definitely lower the cost price, and they compensate for seasonal demands. All right. So because we are running we run a different season. It's not the weather we have in Nigeria that is operating in US at the same time. So you can always take advantage of that. Your product will always sell. Always just find a place that is needed most, and where the particular the weather needs more of your product, and direct it towards there. And create potential for personal or a company expansion. Of course, we all know by the time you will start exporting your goods, and people, and it's accepted, it's been accepted by the market you are sending it to, you have to increase your production, and by so doing you expand. And if you are a person, you like an individual, you are into food product, and let's say you export melon seed, and you are making sure that melon seed you get of the good type, of the best quality. By the time a client of yours will start selling over there, and he or she will always want to buy the same egusi from you, because that is what the customers over there are looking for. All right. So it's going to really expand your source of income and everything, and sell excess production capacity. Yes, because if you have a large market, you can always sell. I don't think there's a way you can even produce that is going to be excess, because the market will always be there for your product. Okay. So, and gain new knowledge and experience. By the time you start going to different countries, communicating with clients, customers, buyers from different countries, and trying to know what they need, and their requirements, and every other things, you are gaining new knowledge and experience, and by so doing, you also modifying your production. You're modifying your production to suit whatever market you're doing. So it's going to introduce you to so many knowledge and experience, of which you will combine in your work, and expand life cycle of products. Of course, it's going to expand if you're doing exporting your products, will definitely expand the life cycle of your products. So you can always visit FECO Food to know more about the current training and export challenges. So the following are the export challenges: getting new buyers. This is always one of the toughest part of this export business. But that is why I do encourage people. You have to attend training. Okay, you have to attend training. Like when I started, I attended no less than 5 to 6 training, and this is the part that they always hear from you. They don't really want to tell you how you can get buyers. They will just tell you do this. There was a situation that there was a situation I attended a class one time a retired custom officer for that matter. You know, he after the training, they just encourage them produce. He ended up producing so many goods. He produced so many. You without even having a market. You don't even have market. You don't have buyer. You just go into production, and he produced excess as if he has market for his product already. And he ended up packing all those goods in his home. Okay, for they started consuming it, and of course, if you are the person, you will be discouraged. You'll be discouraged in the next one. So I always advise people that even before you go into production, you need to get, even if you're producing, it's going to just be a sample production. You need to look for a buyer. You need to look for buyers. You need to get genuine buyers for your product. And this is where, if you attend trainings that really have a good intent for everyone to grow, they will really tell you, give you everything you need to know about them, about the buyer. I know how I got my first client, who I did a first container with through Facebook. Okay, so these are the things, and also extra costs. So extra costs, you know, you have to put in extra costs for if you want to go into this business. You're going to put extra costs because you are producing for larger market. Okay, you're producing for larger market. And the production modification, you need to modify the production to fit whatever market you're taking it to. All right, so you need to modify it. If you are shipping to UK, you're shipping to US, you need to know what they require, and you have to modify it to fit the market. And also financial risk, of course, you're going to commit your money there. So these are the export challenges you will be facing. And export license and documentation, so this will be done if you attend training on how to get the license and documentation, especially and that is very easy. That is not something difficult. Okay, and also market information. You need to know what or market available for your product. What are the necessary place you need to direct your traffic and get a genuine buyer, and what exactly are they looking for. So you need to have a very good market information about this about your product and the market you're looking for. Okay, and starting export business in Nigeria requires careful planning, some capital, market know-how, access to quality products, a competitive pricing strategy, and a management commitment. So all these things are things you need to start. If you want to start, I can start anyhow, but I will always tell you to attend trainings. To look for training that can really give you what that will take you to your next step. Will help you to grow your business. And every exporter should know that without computer skills, it will be very difficult for you to get clients. And that is why it's good to go for a training that what's giving you everything, that will give you everything, and you will start. And whenever you have issues, you will run to them and they will attend to you. So hopefully, I thank you for your time, and I believe that this training has this video will give you a short guideline on starting your business. Thank you for your time. Bye.